Hi, my name is Charisse. I go online by the name of Denkai from denkaidesigns.com, and welcome to my channel. This video is a guide on cross-stitch retreats. There's a bit of noise in the background, just forgive me, that's the dog. Right, I wanted to make a video. I know that I'm a member of some cross-stitch Facebook groups, and on those groups a lot of people kind of asking questions about retreats like what do I bring, where do I go, what are they like, that kind of thing. So I thought I'd make a video filming when I went to a retreat in April. Yes, I know it's October. It's taken me a while to get it all done. But yeah, so I went to a retreat in April even, and I'm kind of describing all about the retreat. So the things that are included in the video: about retreats, who attends. I've got notes. I've got notes for you and everything. What do I need to pack? What's the hotel like? What should I wear? Who'll be at my table? Where do I go? What are the meals like? A bit about the vendors, that kind of thing. So, introduction done. Right. The way the video is set out, it will be quite long. I've lots of videos, there's some interviews, there's lots of pictures. It's thorough, really thorough, so it's quite lengthy. The sections have been divided up and time-stamped, so if there's a particular question that you want to ask or you want the answer to, just go to the timestamp and click on that and it'll jump you straight to that section. If not, just if you want to know everything, just click play and let it all run. So, who's my video aimed at? Anyone who wants to know a bit more about retreats, whether you want to go or not. Just be a bit nosy, maybe. What's all this retreat malarkey everyone's going on about? Or maybe it's something you want to do, you're a bit unsure, and you want to know what to expect. So that video's for you. Okay, so why do stitchers enjoy them? I think it's very personal as to why you enjoy them. For myself, my experience, it's a way that I have uninterrupted stitchy time to just relax and enjoy what I'm doing, enjoy cross-stitching. And I've been to quite a few, and you kind of know the people that kind of go to them, or you get to know them. And it's nice just to sit and chat about everything, and it's entertaining. But it's also really nice you kind of feel a bit pampered. It's a couple of days away if you go away for a weekend one, and you get to relax. No kids, no wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. No washing up, no cleaning, just stitchy time. So it's really good. How do I find out about them? Okay, I put a few links down in the description. Well, my husband, who edits my videos, thanks Mike, he'll put a few links down to some Facebook groups that have retreats. There's also a big one in America, StitchCon. There's ones for specific groups who like stitching specific things. So I know that there's a Mirabilia one, which is the one I went to in April, which I'll show you pictures from and things like that. There's also MK1, there's regional ones as well. I know there's like a Yorkshire, because I'm from Yorkshire, well, near Yorkshire. So there's like a Yorkshire group one as well. So I think the best thing would be to maybe ask in any Facebook groups that you're around in your particular area, and then they'll should be able to kind of organise it from there, or have one organised, that kind of thing. So, what is a retreat? A retreat is a place you will go, usually a hotel or a community hall, or sometimes even a pub, and you'll go and meet lots of kind of like-minded stitchers who want to kind of go and cross-stitch either for the day, you can go to like a little day retreat, or a weekend, or sometimes even a week. I know Francis, who's in the Mirabilia group, he runs week holidays just stitching. So yeah, it can be any length of time, just basically a group of stitchers all getting together and doing nothing but cross stitch for the day, or weekend, or week, or all the time. What is a Mirabilia retreat? I'm putting this section in because the retreat that I attended in April was specifically for Mirabilia, the design, the Nora Corbett design Mirabilias. Mermaids, fairies, ladies, that kind of thing. I'm sure you all know the Mirabilia group. If you don't, I'll put a link down and you can kind of go to the Mirabilia website and see some of her design, Nora Corbett's designs on there. But this is specifically for stitchers who want to go and stitch Mirabilias because we love them. Lots. I'm sure there's other cross-stitch retreats that focus specifically on other designers. I know that there's a Haid one, and I'm sure that there are other ones as well. Yeah, so the Mirabilia one that we go to in April is just specifically for stitching Mirabilias. It's special because not only do we just stitch that, we also have a gala dinner event, which is where there's like, we wear posh frocks. Or not posh frocks, you don't have to if you don't want to get glammed up. It's not, you know, round down your neck, you can wear what you want. But we like to get dressed up. I do. Fancy dress. Frock. And waiter service, and we normally have also in like dinner tables and games, quiz. I think Zarina put a quiz on last time, and prizes and that kind of thing. So that's why it's kind of special. And we also have a Mirabilia box, a mystery box. It's just specifically for the Mirabilia retreat. And there is a section I'll go on about that, but that's one of the differences as well. How much do retreats cost? Well, I have notes. If you see me looking down and reading my notes, day retreats can cost anywhere from £15 to £25. It's kind of like a starting thing. Usually that covers cost of the room and a lunch. Some of them do dinner as well, and that can be a little bit more expensive for an evening dinner or evening tea, however you want to say it. If you have a weekend retreat, it depends on what days you go. Standard weekend retreat is Friday night and Saturday night. So you'll arrive Friday, usually after work, but you can arrive lunchtime, afternoon, that kind of thing, and then stay until Sunday afternoon or evening. I know some people who go home right after lunch on Sunday, and then some people who stay, you know, late Sunday evening. If you want to add on additional days, maybe for travel purposes, or maybe you just want to kind of extend your break, have a little bit longer, some people do book either side, so maybe the Thursday night and or the Sunday night as well. Personal preference, the standard is Friday and Saturday nights, but with the optional two on either the other days. Costs, it depends on who's organising it, depends on the hotel that they're organising it, and as I said, it depends on what nights you're staying. I would say a standard in the UK for the Friday and Saturday night would be anywhere from £150 to £250. That includes things like your breakfast on the Saturday and Sunday. It would include your lunch on the Saturday and Sunday, and your evening meal on the Friday. Oh, and your lunch on the Friday, sorry. And the evening meal on the Friday, Saturday, but not the Sunday. As I said, it just depends on the hotel. Some really nice posh hotels obviously going to charge a lot more, or if there's not many of you and you're in, you know, your local 3-star, just on the, you know, just on a little room in your like 3-star hotel, it'll be a bit cheaper. So it depends on what's included and depends on who's arranging it. Where do people come from? Well, it's usually a mix of kind of local and national people that kind of come. I have known people come from America to over here, and I have known people come from Sweden and Germany to kind of come over here to attend the retreats. It depends on the people that are organising it. Usually it's through Facebook and different Facebook groups. The ones that I know of, I'll tell you about them now so you can join them if you want, or if you know we have any others that you want me to put links in the video to, just leave them in the comments and I can add them. I know that there's a regular one at Crew. I'll add a link to that. That is usually in June and February. I know that there's a Mirabilia one, which is in April and October, November. I know that there is one, I'm trying to think, there's a Yorkshire Stitcher retreat one. There's a day retreat and then there's a weekend retreat. I'm trying to think what else. There's an MK Stitching Group retreat. There are quite a few of them. I know that as well that they're running some in Scotland and there's some in Southampton. I'm not sure on the rest, but what I can do is, as I said, if you run one, leave a link to the Facebook group of kind of where to find all the information for that particular retreat group, and I will add it in the main links. Right, the first thing we have down is the mystery box. Obviously this is just a Mirabilia retreat specific event, but if you're going to attend and take part, then you'll need your mystery box. Obviously inside the mystery box comes the wrapped parcels, all numbered up. Then if you're attending a retreat and they have a raffle, you might want to bring raffle prizes. I make needle minders, so I normally kind of pack up some sets of needle minders and put them on the raffle prizes. If you, obviously on your table, people like to bring treats and things. These can be anything from chocolate, obviously if you can see the picture I bought some little chocolate biscuits, or people sometimes bring grapes or fruit, or sometimes flapjacks, or sometimes people even make cupcakes. Just little treats for the table. You don't have to, but sometimes people do. We also have a sealable coffee thermos. This one I have is really nice. I've taken it to quite a few retreats and you knock it over and nothing spills on any stitching or anything like that, so that's great. You might also want to bring a water flask, obviously a water container, because I find I'm quite thirsty and I do drink a lot, it's quite dry. And you do lots of talking. Next is anything you want to sell on the stash table. Sometimes they have like stash for sale table. People put up like books, charts, kits, anything kind of stitcher related, that goes there. You'll need to bring your cross stitch whips. This is one that I'm doing, Bluebird's Princess. Also, I have lots of project bags that I keep mine in, so I put them in to take. I don't know why I took 4 whips to like a weekend retreat, but there we go, lots of whips taken. I've also got down hand cream and lip balm because, as I said, you do a lot of talking, the air can get quite dry. I find my hands get dry and my lips get quite chapped as well, so that's good to take. You might need a magnifier or a lamp if you're doing kind of lots of high count work, or it just helps to kind of see the stitches. You need a large bag to kind of put it all in. Also, you will need, that I don't have down, is any kind of tablet that you use for like haze or your chart if you want to cross that off, or any chargers. An extension cable is always good. Any frame or stands. If you find yourself that have kind of hot flushes and you want to kind of cool down, you might want to take like a small fan, which should, anything just to kind of make you feel a bit more comfortable. You can also take slippers, get your feet comfy, and if you want any sneaky evening alcohol, maybe gin or, a little bit of wine, whatever, as long as you're discreet, normally people don't mind. The hotel don't really notice. Don't tell them. So yeah, there we go. Right, first thing I have down is a cardigan. It's always best to take a couple of layers because you might get too hot, might get too cold, and you can adjust. A book for bedtime. This is the current series that I'm reading, so I brought that just in case. Drink, if you want a drink. I like a glass of orange juice in the morning when I wake up, so that's why I bring orange juice. If you like a little tipple on a night or whatever, by all means pack that. Then obviously we'll have a gala dinner, which is a bit of a just kind of sit down, get served posh dinner at the Mirabilia retreat. So I've just packed a smart dress or smart top, trousers, whatever, if you have an event at the retreat. Then you want some tops or t-shirts, some pajamas, some underwear, hairbrush, straighteners, or any kind of hair gunk you might want, some makeup, shaving kit, face wash and a cloth, toothbrush and toothpaste, shampoo and conditioner, perfume or aftershave, deodorant, shower gel, your purse, hopefully with some money in it, because you'll probably want to get a drink from the bar, or maybe you want to get an evening meal if you're staying on the Sunday that's not covered in the retreat costs. And also the vendors. Any kind of retreat, they usually have some vendors that come, so they might be selling like fabric or kits or charts or needle minders, whatever. Or it maybe even just buying something from someone's stash or your raffle tickets. So you're going to need some money to take with you. Your phone and your phone charger. A notepad and pen. I find this really useful because guaranteed you're going to get nattering to people, and they come up with like, I don't know, get started on books or games or, you know, charts or stitchy things, just anything, and you think, oh, I must write that down. So yeah, one year I actually had the back of my chart that was covered in loads of books and things that I wanted to read, so I normally remember to take a notepad and pen. A phone charger. Oh, I've already said that one, excuse me. Any kind of medication. A water bottle. I've already covered that in what to take to the stitchy room, but seriously, make sure you bring a water bottle. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, so what's the stitchy room look like? This is the stitchy room in Harben House. As you can see, the tables are set up in circles. They normally sit between 6 and 8 people. Everyone kind of forms, well, people will have some kind of friendship groups already set up, but there will be spaces on some of the tables, or there's possibly a newbie table, or if you have a stitchy buddy, you might want to sit with them. So yeah, lots of tables set up in friendship groups, but I mean, everyone kind of mingles with everyone and kind of goes around and has a look at what everyone else is stitching and has a chat and things. So yeah, as you can see, there's kind of a main photo there. You can see all the tables in circles of people that have set up like the frames and the magnifiers and things. And just a kind of a couple of photos of people chatting and the tables, and that's how they look. Also in the room along the sides, raffle prizes. This is the April Mirabilia retreat. And obviously people kind of like, yeah, let's get some raffle prizes. There's like quite a lot of really good raffle prizes there. It was a really awesome raffle. So yeah, there's the raffle prizes. Also around the sides of the room are the finishes. So people will bring kind of piles of finishes or framed photos of the finishes, and you can kind of just feel free, obviously with clean hands, to kind of have a look, and I'm sure you'll see some of the designs and being able to buy lots of things that you see that people have stitched that you quite like.
Hello. Right, I thought I would show you the little coffee bit that's available. This is kind of included in the price, so there's like tea and coffee and fruit and biscuits and things. This is like the little meeting sofa area that's just around the corner from where we stitch. So lots of tables and chairs. Nice little sofa section. If we go over here, I'll show you. So, some fresh fruit, biscuits, cordials. Tea coffee machine, that one's not functioning, there we go. Biscuits. There we go, and come on, hello, there we go, and some tea and coffee. And coffee and hot water, and there's a selection of fruit teas and a water filter machine thing. And yeah, some more tables and chairs. So yeah, we just come and fill up with coffee and things. People normally have kind of like anti-spill drinks, so anything that's kind of like sealed, or so instead of using like the paper cups, we'd use our own kind of like sealable flasks. Most people do that, I think. Yeah, so there we go. Nice little coffee station. Don't look at me.
Don't look at
Are you ready? Look at me, don't look at the camera.
Okay,
You ready?
yeah.
Okay.
Go on then.
What's your name?
Maggie.
How long have you been coming to retreats?
A year.
Okay. Why do you enjoy them?
Because you get to stitch all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get judged by anybody for doing it.
Yes.
And everyone, all the little isms that you think that you have, everybody else has them too. So you don't feel quite so quirky when you sort of sat at home in the living room stitching by yourself. Suddenly stitching with a group of other women around a table, just chatting. It just makes it more sociable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 things that are must-brings.
A new start to do.
Yes.
There's a blue retreat to start something new
Yes.
on the retreat. A cup that's got a lid on it, so nothing spills.
Yes.
And a smile.
Oh, that's nice. Any advice for newbies?
Newbies. Don't worry about going into the stitching room the first time. If you go in smiling, everyone will look after you. The person who's organising the retreat will know that you're new, and then make a point of saying hi and make you sort of find like a group of people to sit with.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Okay. Anything else you would like to add?
Take part in the challenges and things. So if they do like a mystery box or a stitchy bag, have a go at doing it because it's really fun and it breaks the ice as well with people on the table.
Awesome. Thank you, Maggie. Do you want to introduce yourself to the camera?
Hello, I'm Natalie. I did 3 frost tubes very, very, very long time ago, and then I stalked this one and made one my friend. And now I just follow her around retreats like a sad puppy dog because I adore her. She's great.
How long have you been coming to retreats?
Not very long at all. This will be my 3rd one. I started coming to retreats last February when I was 128 months pregnant. Very pregnant.
Why do you like them?
It's just a lot of fun, isn't it? I mean, if you look around, everyone's got beautiful projects, social ways. I think stitching is quite solitary, and I think this is a fantastic way to bring people together and have a social aspect to stitching, which I quite enjoy, especially because I'm a motor. That's true. Don't have to agree. Rude.
If you had to bring or recommend to someone who's new coming to a stitching retreat, what kind of things would you recommend that they bring or definitely don't forget?
Okay, so I forgot so many things at my first retreat. I just felt awful. Bring extension leads.
Yes.
Bring an if you forget, even if you forget your stitching, you're going to be able to buy stitching things there because at retreats there will be shops to buy everything. Even if you forget your stitching, remember your extension lead. Like staple it to yourself if you have to. A light is always useful. This, I forgot these, and then I was drinking out of the tiniest cups imaginable, so I was up and down, which wasn't great.
Snacks. Pan on the snacks.
Pan on the snacks.
Go Maggie. Expert camera lady. Bring snacks. And I know that sounds really weird, like just forget the stitching, but you can. Like I've bought 2 kits while I've been here, so it's fine. You're gonna get stitching stuff. Bring it. Extension. Bring an extension. Any other pearls of wisdom that you want to share? I'm sure you can go on forever.
I can. If it's your first, don't be nervous. Everyone's really lovely. I'm super nosy, so I found it really easy just to walk around people's tables and go, "What are you working on?" And the thing is, everyone is really happy to show their work because they're proud of their work and they're working on something beautiful that they've spent a lot of time on. And you know, in a lot of cases, especially with Mirabilia, are expensive. You know, so if you're feeling nervous, just go around and ask people what they're working on. They will happily talk to you and show you. And not once has anybody ever told me to go away.
We might force it, obviously.
They've
No,
thought
I'm
it,
joking.
clearly. The thought has crossed their faces, but I'm oblivious to most of those things.
God, not her again.
She hates her so much. Why is she sitting next to me again?
I've never thought that once. Thank you very much.
Okay, so who will be on my table and where will I sit? We all kind of get a bit nervous about this, especially if it's your first time attending a retreat and you don't know what to expect or kind of where to go. The best thing to do is to contact the organisers and see if they have any kind of buddy system or any kind of newbie table. So sometimes if it's your first time, they'll buddy you up. So they'll kind of pair you or put you in contact, usually Facebook messages kind of thing, with someone who's been a few times before, kind of knows what to do, and you can exchange messages. And so you've got a friend before you even arrive. So you already know someone that's there. Another time I went to one in Crewe, and they had a newbie table. So everyone whose first time it was at retreat was on the same table, which was great because, we were all just as lost as each other, and, chatting about it, helping each other out. It was really good. Another thing to do is to get to know people on the Facebook group. So for your retreat, you will typically have a Facebook group set up. Get chatting with people on there, maybe arrange to meet one or two people or see where people are gathering, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's just, try and make friends and things. And if you're stitching or you attend quite a few of them, you get to know people. You might have sometimes like a regular stitching group at these retreats. I myself I've been to a few and I've got a regular stitching buddy. So, usually like a week before a retreat, we'll message each other and it's like table buddies, and like, yeah, table buddies, so everyone is there because they enjoy stitching, and you've always got someone to chat to about things. It is nerve-wracking, obviously, if it's your first time walking straight into the room and feeling like you don't know anyone, but you have stitching in common. Everyone's there to have a break and enjoy themselves, and everyone is really friendly. We're all there to relax and have fun. As you can see on some of the pictures I've been showing you, that's just kind of like the stitchy room. You'll see how people are in groups or just chatting about loads of things. You'll also see like people bring like treats for the tables. As you can see, they're like covered in I know our table was covered in snacks. And if you have Natalie on your table, she literally empties out this big carrier bag, just like dumps it full of snacks. So thanks, Natalie. Also, a cute little picture of frogs. I know on the Mirabilia retreat that we go to, they like crocheting and knitting, and yeah, they stitch frogs and even a fish as well sometimes. So yeah, as I said, you kind of get to know people, start with the organisers and see if they can kind of buddy you up with someone. So you don't feel so alone. Or even just saying in the Facebook group, I'm feeling really nervous, can I meet anyone beforehand, or that kind of thing. You'll find so many people will reply to kind of help you feel comfortable and at home, So yeah, don't let the kind of nerves stop you.
Okay, ready? Do you want to state your name and your Floss Tube channel as well for people?
Oh, hi, I'm Liz. I'm a stitchy bag on Instagram and on FlossTube.
Okay. How long have you been coming to retreats?
This is actually my anniversary retreat. So the Mirabilia retreat last year was my first retreat. So I've done a full circle now.
Yay! Why do you enjoy them?
It's lovely to spend time with other people who love stitching, and just to see what everybody else is doing, have a look at all their finished work, and just to see all the different charts and things brought to life. So love them.
Okay. 3 things that are a must for bringing.
Apart from your stitching.
Yes, stitching and yourself included.
Stitching, snacks.
Snacks, table snacks. Got snacks.
Good lighting.
Good lighting. A lamp light there, yes.
And cash.
Cash for the goodies.
Goodies from the shops.
What advice would you give to new people? So if it's their first retreat or they're just kind of preparing, what would you...
Jump in, just go for it, enjoy it. Don't worry about it because everybody will be super friendly, you'll be welcomed. Take more than you think you're going to want to stitch just in case you fancy a change.
Yeah.
But yeah, just go for it, do it, because everybody has the same interest at heart. We all love it.
Won't regret it. Any other tips or advice you want to give people?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. But yeah, just do it.
Give it a go. Thank you.
Okay, so what should I wear? As you can see from the pictures, people normally wear jeans and a t-shirt, maybe like a funny cross-stitch saying on or something, or slippers and a dressing gown as Charlotte is modelling here. Sometimes people wear funny things that they find in the Mirabilia boxes. Yeah, there's goggles and things. So yeah, people don't really care what you wear, to be honest. You can wear whatever you like. I have seen someone wear an inflatable pink dinosaur once, which was rather amusing. But generally it is jeans and a t-shirt.
Could you do go backwards? Put it on video, please.
How will I know what to do or where to go? The first thing to do is, once you arrive at the hotel, I would check into my room. I would dump all of my stuff, all of my kit in the room and unpack if you like, kind of thing. Get your bags, your stitchy bag, with all your stitchy stuff in, and you could either hang out at the reception area and see if there's any kind of like stitches there, just start a conversation, that kind of thing. If it's quite daunting, the thought of walking into a room full of stitches. It depends on what time you arrive. If you arrive on the Thursday or the Friday, presuming that it's a weekend retreat, the room won't be that full. You just kind of go in and there'll be kind of less pressure, or you'll feel less pressure. Or what you could do is speak to the organiser and just say, look, I'm arriving then, can you meet me? Or alternatively, say in the group, I'm quite new, I'm a bit nervous, anyone else new? Make some friends, arrange to meet up in the lobby beforehand and you kind of go up together. That's quite a good way. If you speak to the organisers, sometimes they have tables for newbies. So if it's your first retreat, sometimes you'll find that they'll bang you all newbies all on the same table, all in the same boat, which is quite nice. So, because I'm not saying it's cliquey, but sometimes people form tables with people that they attend with a lot, or they've kind of got to know and chat with a lot. So it might be quite daunting kind of going on a table and there's like one space just there and everyone else is talking. From my perspective, and I think from everyone else who's kind of attended quite a few, it's very welcoming, there's no kind of awkwardness. We're all there to do stitching. We all enjoy it. We've all got that in common. If you're stuck on what to say, just talk about stitching. That's what, do you know what I mean? Talk about charts, designers, that kind of thing, and then you'll soon find that the conversation just flows really easily. And yeah, like I said, we're all in the same boat. We're all there for a weekend stitching kind of thing, and everyone will know how you feel when you walk into that room if you are a new person, because we've all done it before. And another final point on where to go and what to do, you can speak to the organiser, and sometimes they have a buddy system where if it is your first time or you're quite new or nervous, they'll buddy you up with someone who's been there quite a few times, who's a regular, who can kind of show you the ropes, and then your buddy will arrange to meet you, save you a space at the table, that kind of thing. So there's no kind of nervousness, you just find your buddy and they'll obviously chat to you beforehand, and and it'll be quite easy. Okay, what are the meals like? It depends on where you go, to be honest. Some retreats provide your own lunch and your own dinner. So most retreats do provide lunch on one or two of the days, and dinner, when I say dinner I mean tea. I use them interchangeably, they're just random. But yes, your evening meal, sometimes they're included, sometimes not. If you want to know what you're getting, obviously included in the retreat, ask the organiser who's organising the event, and they'll be able to tell you includes this lunch, that lunch, etc. If you have any dietary requirements, obviously make sure the organiser is aware of them. They will normally ask you for, if you have any in the group that they're organising it in, they'll ask you if you have any dietary requirements, and they will also ask for next of kin information, usually, just for safety reasons. Hello, it is day 2, it is Friday morning, and I thought I would show you the breakfast hall and all of the nice things that are for breakfast. So here we go. Okay, so we are just coming in for breakfast, and it's a big breakfast hall. So here we go, there is fruit, yogurts, melon, obviously continental ham and cheeses. And then as we go around, there is the full English, obviously with all the English breakfast thingies. And there's normally porridge pot there, but I'm quite late, so porridge is gone. Sausages, beans, etc. Then we have jams and things. This is normally full of croissants and pastries and things like that, but my table just cleared them out, so toast with a toaster. And as we come round to the middle section, there is tea, coffee, sugar, coffee machine, and then some fresh juices, and then some more cereals. Oh yeah, so that is that. I will show you the dining hall. It's a big dining hall. Obviously you've got lots of people eating breakfast. So there we go, it's really nice. This is the hall for the breakfast and the lunch and the dinner. Breakfast was usually downstairs, but I think they've moved it up to this place because there's a lot of us. As I said, I'm at the end of breakfast, so there's not many people in, but there we go, that is breakfast. Okay, we are Friday the 12th of April. This is the menu for this evening, if you wanted to know the food that was here. And I will shoot around and show you what we had for dinner. So there's the bacon choc fish. I had the pasta in the olive sauce, which was very nice. And there is some soup for starter, and potatoes, vegetables, gravy. They're actually really nice. They always put loads of nice veg out. There's some bread. There we go. And if we come around to the little middle island where they put things, there is some salad, and they always have some nice salad out every day. So that is that. And chocolate cake and orange cake and some fresh fruit at the top. There you go, there's me. Hello. So yeah, there we go. That is Friday food. Okay, do you want to introduce yourself?
No, I couldn't believe
This is Rachel. How long have you been coming to retreats?
Oh my God, no, for this one since 2017, but the first one I ever went to was 2007, and that one is still going.
Nice. Why do you like them?
I have no idea. Probably because I get to leave Lion Sea once or twice or 3 times a year. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, actually. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Can you name 3 things that are must-brings when you come on a retreat?
Apart
from your stitching.
And the scissors and a good sense of humour.
Yes.
Good sense of humour and a good sense of humour.
Okay.
So good sense of humour. Food.
Food. Snacks.
Snacks. And an extra duvet because it's bloody freezing in my room.
It was quite cold. It was quite cold. Any advice for people who it's their first time to come to a retreat?
Yeah, try not to get overwhelmed by it. Mm-hmm. And if people don't talk to you, it's not because they don't like you. That's about it.
Okay.
There you go. Bye.
Thank you very much. Right, I'm in the shop room. I'll make this quick because there's a really bad reflection on the light. Right, some vendors, if you go to retreat, some vendors will come and they will sell their goods. This here is, we have Kate from sparklies.co.uk and she's brought some fabrics. So there's all the different kinds of fabrics. Little, what would you call that? Lucky dip box of fabrics. Charts, beads, some more charts there. Magazines of charts. What else has she got? Q-snaps, some hand-dyed threads. So that's Kate's. Ina has got some project bags that she sells. And here we go. And Zarina has brought some of her charted up kits that she sells. Obviously a magazine of all the ones that she does to look at. And some bead kits. There we go. And that's just kind of typical of retreats. You'll find vendors will come and bring fabrics and charts and floss and things. We also have a little stash section. So people have kind of come and put their things up with their name on and things, and prices, and people will come and look, and if they want to buy anything then they'll just take it to the person who's selling them and give them the cash. So that's that. This is my bit. I sell needle minders, as some of you already know, so I brought some of my needle minders to sell. So there we go, show you them. Yeah, there we go, some vendors. So yeah, you'll want to bring some money because yeah, we kind of enable each other at retreats, and guaranteed you're going to find something that someone else is stitching and think, oh, I like that. Where'd you get that from? So yeah, there we go.
Take a photo of that, and then you've got the list. It's what is a chart, it's a particular set of charts she's ordered, because she couldn't remember what she'd already got. And I said I thought I could look up her order. All right, okay, no problem. There you go. Oh no, I'm not.
Okay. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Zarina Hawkins and I run Hawkins Hobbies.
Okay. What do you sell?
We sell mostly kitted up Mirabilia and lavender and lace designs, full kits or kits without fabric if people want to pick something nice like their own hand-dyed fabric, or without the chart if they already have it, so various different versions of it. What retreats and events do you go to? I go to the Mirabilia retreat because I'm one of the organisers for that. We've been running for 7 years now. I also go to the not only but also Mirabilia retreat, and I have been to a couple of other things, but those are the two I stick to now.
Okay. Any tips or information for people who it's their first time at a retreat?
Yeah, don't get overwhelmed. Spend some time actually managing to get some stitching done instead of spending all your time admiring other people's work and running around and looking at things and shopping. Get some rest because you'll need it, and really have a really good time.
Okay. Do you want to give people your website if they want to go and have a look?
Yes, they can go and have a look. It is hawkinshobbies.co.uk.
Thank you very much. Right, in this section I'll show you about the Mirabilia Mystery Box event. Obviously this is a Mirabilia retreat specific event. I'm sure that some vendors might offer kind of similar things with stitchy gift exchanges, that kind of thing. But this one, I'll just tell you about the Mirabilia Mystery Box. Basically, everyone who wants to take part creates this mystery box. And they will, the total of the box has to be a minimum of £15 in value, but most people do kind of go over that a little bit kind of thing. You basically wrap up the parcels, they're all kind of numbered 1 to 10, and you will wrap them up, label them with their number of that specific item, put the box in a black bag, give it to Lisa who organises the event, And then usually on the Saturday, there'll be like a random exchange of boxes, and everyone who took parts receives a box that they can open up. We all kind of open up each number at the same time, periodically throughout the day. And I'll show you just as an example this year's. So right, number 1, the first thing was something froggy. As you can see, I made kind of a small little project bag pouch thing with some froggy fabric that I found. Number 2 is something yellow or green. So I gave Mirabilia charm. I think it's Lady of Justice, that one. The third item was something sweet, so a chocolate, obviously. The fourth item, as it was the 7th anniversary of the retreat, it was 7th anniversary related, so it was anything wood, copper, or freesia, or onyx. And I gave a onyx necklace. The 5th one was something homemade, and I was going through making fudge, so I made some fudge. The 6th was something costing £1, and obviously I got a notepad because I've got a thing for notepads. Number 7 was something that lights up, and I love this because it's some light up clamshells. I've got a thing for mermaids, so I put clamshells down and got that. Number 8 was a stitchy related item. Obviously I said I made needle minders. I make threaders as well, and this was like a threader and minder kind of item that I sell, and I packed that up and put that in there. Number 9 was something that makes you think of winter, and this was kind of a black fluffy scarf. Every time I see like scarves and knitwear, I think of winter, so I put that in. And the 10th was kind of a teddy or teddy related item, and I found the spangliest, sparkliest teddy I possibly could, and I put that in. And that was the box that I created, and obviously we kind of, mine was exchanged, and someone got mine and then I got someone else's kind of thing. So it's really fun. It's a fun event, and that's how it works. I'll put a video in, and you can see Lisa kind of sorting things out, and I'll put another one in of I think it was Aileen opening some of the gifts and stuff, so just so you get an idea of it. Oh, we'll watch her open it. That's a nice one.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, I love the little line under the 6.
Number 6.
That's true, actually. I did not think of that.
I did mine like it.
I totally didn't think of that. Someone
On the other side, look as well.
What was number 6?
Pound item.
That's not a pound item, is it? Okay.
Do you want me to hold the camera for you?
But then they get my reaction, and what happens if I
Or your scissors. But what happens if you don't like it?
You're going to love it.
I have to do the...
You shouldn't have given us a demonstration of your fake excitement voice, because right before you open it.
Number 6.
It was 6. Let's have a look in Sharice's little tombola box. Let's see what you got, Sharice.
Good hair day shower cap.
And let's have a look round the table. What did you get there, Maggie? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you got to see. Lovely. Charlotte. Rude girl. What did you get? Nice. Useful. Lovely.
I said it would be the last one I came. Are you having fun then?
Apologies for the camera actions.
What are you talking about? Steven Spielberg over here. There you go. Thank you.
But you see, if he's been buying for me, he knows I like this. That's really funny.
Stop sniffing it, Maggie. You can't eat it.
Get high on my legs and
Right, that's it. That's the end of the video. A lovely picture of Francis there with his amazing finishes that I just had to kind of put in there and show you because it's lovely. But yeah, so that's the end of the video. Hopefully at this point you'll kind of know what to pack, a bit more about the hotel rooms and the food and drink that's there, a bit more about the stitchy room and kind of how that's set up and everything that you kind of need to bring with the raffle, and you can look at the finishes, that kind of thing. Obviously through to like the vendors and yeah, so kind of what you really expect to find at a retreat. Hopefully it'll make you feel a bit more comfortable. If you've got like kind of the opportunity to attend one, definitely go for it. It's lovely. And yeah, just a quick thank you to Maggie, Natalie, Liz, Rachel and Zarina, and the lovely Julie and her coven of ladies for the lovely interviews. So thank you very much.
Okay.
What 3 things would you bring to the retreat?
The 3 things that are a must for the retreat are yourself, your stitching, and drink.
Anyone else want to add anything?
Snacks.
Snacks. Table snacks.
Frogs.
Yes.
And goldfish.
Where's the goldfish? There we go. Must bring the goldfish. Okay, next question.
And also iPads, so that when people leave the table and leave them unlocked,
You can have beautiful things.
That is amazing!
And this.
Beautiful friends.
But then you change your password so they don't get in it.
but you still leave it on.
But then you forget your
I didn't.
Did you forget your password?
No, I changed. Oh yeah.
And then
I am on key number 4.
Seriously? What have you done with the rest?
Well, the one's in my purse and I couldn't be bothered to walk back up for it, so I
Lost it.
She lost one within 10 minutes.
Lost the first one in 10 minutes, second one within half an hour. The third one I've had a while, but fourth one I just could not be bothered.
Are we taking bets on how many you'll have by the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 7.
I think the hotel are going to start and charge her though. Per key.
Any advice for newbies?
Yes. Advice for new people. So it's like the first time.
Don't be scared.
Yeah.
Everyone's lovely.
everyone loves
talk
doing
to
the
anybody.
same thing.
Anybody will talk to you. And it's nice to be able to geek out and talk.
No, but what's good for a newbie?
Find somebody downstairs who looks
See?
A latch on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show me the way to go.
Anything to add? There's a few strange people.
And you're probably interviewing most of them now. Because we're special. She's more special than we are.
You're the specialist.
Once seen, never forgotten. Shopping.
Yes, bring some money.
Helping others de-stash is really important.
Yeah.
As long as you don't
Enabling.
hack somebody's Facebook account and offer it to yourselves.
Yes, there's lots of enabling goes off. So somebody will see a chart and go, oh, that
How
looks
long
good. And then
have
they
you-
go down the rabbit hole of, oh, so they do this design and this
Yes.
design. And then the next thing, it's in your basket and you bought it for when you get home.
You're like, how did that happen?
Yeah. From? I don't
Magic
remember
bunny.
that happening at all.
How long have you been coming? We are
We are the originals.
the originals.
Yes.
7 years.
Set Michelle. We adopted her.
Yeah, we adopted
But we're
Michelle. She was
originals.
lonely in the streets, so we dragged her.
Aww.
Yeah, we were the original.
We were the Bakewell Babes.
With Bakewell Babes.
I'm going to make you all badges for next time and say Bakewell Babe.
Bakewell Babes.
That was a cobbled together retreat though, wasn't it? It was a
Yeah.
town hall and bed and breakfast. That was a good.
Yeah.
That was a good
Everyone
retreat.
had to arrange their own accommodation.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
It's scary.
Fun weekend.
Scariest thing I've ever done, but the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
We've made friends forever, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you are new, it can be quite a frightening experience. We all experience that. some of us had panic attacks driving there, and you know, I'm not going and turning around and then thinking, no, I can do this, turn the car back round, get to Bakewell.
Yeah.
But once you see like-minded people, the smiley faces, the friendly faces,
The gin.
the gin always helps.
And all the specs.
It's a good thing to do. It gets you out. and
Sam's brownies.
It's interesting, and you're with like-minded people all weekend.
I think one of the hardest things is just walking through the door if you don't know anyone
Yeah.
and faced with a room full of people, and you just kind of got to bear in mind that they're all stitchers and you're all there because you're all doing the same thing.
Yeah. It's not like a work training course where you've got to be there.
Yeah.
You know.
We've all been new at one point.
Yeah. We've all done it, and it will be scary, but you've just got to bite the bullet, get over that fear, and walk through the door.
Because the benefits at the end.
Yeah.
You make all these new friends. None of us knew each other.
No.
Quite well,
We knew each other through Facebook.
Not many though.
Not many, no.
You know, we were sort of friends on Facebook, and it sort of grew. But
we
that
didn't
first
add each
meeting
other.
in
Not
Bakewell-
everybody added each other on the Facebook account
No.
until we'd been at Bakewell
Yeah.
for half an hour.
Yeah. And there's
And then
lots
it's
of squealing.
just not got rid of stuff ever since.
It's like a limpet.
Yeah, she can't get rid of me now. It's stuck.
The last
forever.
question is, why do you enjoy it?
It's the camaraderie and the friendship.
It's the way we've answered all the questions.
There's no housework.
Yeah.
Yes.
No cooking.
No cooking.
No men.
Being looked like.
One for Francis. Hello,
love
Francis. He's not listening.
With
Yeah.
our best buddies for just a few days away.
Yeah.
That sad moment comes when you have to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get to increase your style.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
More
How
pretties.
many new whips I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the
At
whip
70,
queen.
we're down to 50, but we're building
You keep
again.
me disciplined, you lot.
Although, how many have you started since you've been here?
3.
Yeah.
Really?
This weekend.
That's awesome.
I'm going for a retreat finish as well as
Yeah.
Have you got all the threads in?
I'm missing 815. If I can find 815, I'm sorted.
If anybody's got it, that'd be a great help.
815. I can put it out on the floss tube. Everybody, send me 815.
Just make a general announcement and somebody will go, it's here.
Somebody like they would buy.
Somebody will.
Yeah. But give it a go. Don't be frightened. You know, step through that door, sign up for it, pay your deposit, pay your money, and then come through the door and just enjoy yourself. Don't. You will be freaked out. There are people going through a lot of. They've got a lot of issues at home, a lot going off at work, personal life, mental health issues, disabilities, all sorts of illnesses. But this is a place where none of that counts. This is a place for us, for you, to do what you want to do. If you don't want to stitch, you don't stitch. If you want to keep your head down and don't speak to it, do that. But just relax and enjoy it. And then that keeps you going when you get back home through all the madness that happens at home,
Yeah.
I think.
That's real nice.
Oh, that was really beautiful.
I feel like we need a group hug now or something.
That's me, Jen.
This chuckle.
Thanks.
Pay you later.
Thanks, pals. Love you guys. Only two so far.
What is retreat? We've already discussed what a no, cut. That's definitely one for the bloopers. This is harder than it looks. And the dog is annihilating everything. Seriously? 1 second. Will you stop eating everything? Seriously? Daft dog. That's a power cable. Go lay down. Come on. Come on. Lay down. Lay down. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, we're recording. Sorry. Okay. What? Go lay down. Go lay down. You big puppy dog guy. Please don't make me lay down. I want to eat everything. Okay. This is a lot of editing. Sorry, Mike. It can be a small group, 6 or 7 of you, right up to ones that I've seen are StitchCon is a big one in America. That's about 400 people. I'm going to kill that dog. I'm really going to kill that dog.
Hi, I'm Mike, known online as Thog, and I'm going to talk to you about what to do when your wife goes away for several days on a cross-stitch retreat. First things first, when she tells you that she will be out of the house for several days to go to a retreat, suppress your initial urge to cheer or to grin or be happy in any way. It's quite tricky, it's very tricky, but try to give off a feeling of wanting to be supportive yet being slightly sad that you're going to be apart for so long. This will be very useful in the future when you want to pass for a lad's weekend to Ibiza. Now, when she's gone, prepare the house. Go through the fridge and bin all that fruit and veg. If you get asked about it when she comes back, just say, it went off. You know what that shop is like that you always go to. The veg never lasts as long as you think. Next, get as much beer as you can and just fill the fridge with it, because you will need that and you'll work your way through that as the weekend goes on. Now next, what you'll find is being released from the structures of normal social convention. You can make the house a lot more efficient, a lot more convenient. Why use washing baskets for the washing? It's perfectly happy to be on the floor. It's not doing any harm. Why put things away? When you realise that by putting things away, you're just wasting time, because then you have to get them out again. There's a reason why houses naturally become untidy. It's natural. They are attempting to resort back to their normal state. Let them. Now, depending on your personal preferences, the next few days are really up to you. So whatever you want to do, football, fishing, gaming, whatever you want, this is your opportunity to take part in those activities. So yeah, go for it, go wild. Now, some of you, like myself, may have a child that you have to look after while your wife is away, and you apparently need to keep them entertained. So what I do is I agree with my son that if he helps me with some of the DIY that I've been promising to do for months, he can then try some of the perfectly safe hobbies that for some reason my wife doesn't allow him to take part in. Isn't that great? So as you can see on this photo here, he's having a great time and not doing any harm whatsoever. Obviously, you will need to tidy up and make the place spotless before she returns. But how can you tell how long you have until she gets back? Well, luckily for me, my wife and I have our phones set to share each other's location. Now, the way that I managed to get this, and what you might want to try yourselves, is I think we had it so that we knew when to put the dinner on. So it was kind of, right, you're going to be finishing work, then I can see your car travelling home. So I'll put the dinner on for the last 10 minutes. So as you walk in the door, it's ready. So I think that was what I used to kind of convince you to put it on. But it's really handy because, as you can see in this photo, it just shows, you know, I know that she's still miles and miles away. I can just keep on gaming for a bit. So, I hope this has been a little bit informative to you. Any questions you have, please leave them in the comments. And enjoy your weekend. Bye.